Blake, Alicia, how are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Happy 1
Welcome.
year.
Usually there is music, and I forgot to set it up because usually Parrot sets it up, but Parrot's running a little late today, as are a lot of folks. So we're just going to kick this thing off publicly. Here we all are, and you are my two best friends in the world because you're here, ready to catch up, ready to do this thing.
We're on time.
Of
We're
course.
social queens, you know.
always connected.
Yes.
24/7.
Yeah.
No, happy anniversary, yo. Congrats.
So all of us, thank you so much.
We're getting old. I can't believe I am already one. Like, whoa.
Already from
Wow,
no digits to one.
No, it's amazing. I'm so happy. Like when you actually reached out and just told me about it, I was like shook because I was like, no, it's not possible.
I know.
Because we've been doing this for like 2 weeks, right? I mean, you just DM me about it. And I've just like, I was actually taking, filters, videos like throughout the summer, I think that was. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense because now it's not summer anymore. It's like minus 20 Celsius here. So that rings a bell.
That's rough.
Oh, no.
I don't even know what that means. What does minus 20 Celsius mean?
Way too cold.
I don't know. It is. It is.
Oh my God.
But yeah, happy anniversary. Wow.
Well, thank you so much. It goes to all of us. I thought today would be so fun. I mean, this came together, as you know, super last minute. Like, Blake, I think we had talked a little while back, and I said, maybe we'll do something fun for the holidays.
Yeah.
And then I feel like That's Nifty kind of did the holiday thing, and we all took some time and decompressed. And then coming out of the box in the new year, it was like, the 1 year anniversary is coming up. And I feel like in this space that moves so fast, it's like, why don't we do something? Because it gives us a chance to pause, step back, reflect, and actually talk about the year that was. So,
absolutely.
We can all just chill and jam together and hopefully reminisce on a few fun things and talk about the future too. What's up, Robbie?
Yo.
Yeah,
long time no see, Blake.
I know, it's been 72 hours?
Yeah,
you guys are always together.
Ted, Robbie, and I have become like a food collective. We just travel and eat.
You should see TJ and I together. We're basically feeding each other. I mean, it's like, is Blake even dating him anymore? I don't know.
No, okay.
She's getting serious.
They both have a sweet tooth. I have no sweet tooth. And Robbie and TJ one got ice cream, one got a cupcake. And I apparently walk faster than them, even with my broken foot. And I turn around and Robbie's like feeding TJ his cupcake while they're walking in step together. And it was the cutest thing.
I'm kind of jealous though.
It was very romantic.
Okay.
I still got to get on that poutine, the
the poutine,
the real stuff.
right?
Yeah.
The curds.
We're getting you into it. Hi, Alexi. What's up?
Alexi.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Happy anniversary, man.
Yeah, happy anniversary to y'all. It's crazy, 1 year.
Wow.
Oh, I see a cameo of Jason Abayer in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got another one. See the other one back here?
Oh wait, yours is there too.
Oh, wait,
nice.
Oh man, 3 Jason Abayers coming on screen. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to go downstairs, but I swear it's here too.
What else do I have around here? What else can I have a Philo shoe.
Ooh, very
just
nice.
randomly hanging out.
Let's see. My webcam can't stretch to anything, so just believe that I have art.
And
this is me.
Oh wait,
yeah.
I got some signed Robbie cards from
Oh
Magic.
my God.
Hey, fresh.
This is artists are we're all just like hugging each other. I love it.
Oh yes.
Big
Just
shout
face.
out to Defaced.
Oh,
Wow.
very nice. Very
Wait,
nice.
I got a question. When do we get the Euphoria's dad origin story?
Oh yeah, right.
Oh damn.
A family affair.
I mean, why don't we do it right now? But real quick, hellos to J-Ram. What's going on? Longtime supporter. Justin, you've been here since day one. What's up? J-Ram ready for some Robbie rants for the anniversary, and Blake got that James Jean.
Yeah, you know.
Yee.
Oh,
Well,
I just got my James Jean print in the mail too. It's not framed up like yours, but
Are you doing an unboxing for us?
I can. But RD, you go first.
You go.
No, so maybe we dial up the unboxing next. But I was gonna say to to dial Alexi in on the Euphoria's dad origin story.
Oh yeah, right.
Yes.
Do it 100%. Seriously.
What?
We need dad vibes.
What's the origin story of Euphoria's dad?
Yeah, talk about that.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. Well, my dad, it all kind of started when for Christmas I had no idea of what to give to my dad. So I was like, oh, why not like giving him his first NFT? So my sister and I just like bought back on the secondary one edition of Underneath from my very first Nifty drop. And that was his first NFT, a gift that we made, my sister and I, to him. And since then, I don't know what happened. Like there was some sort of click, but like a legend was born. And then he started to be like, yeah. And he's been like so into it, very passionate. He started to learn about all the artists in the space. He was messaging me every time there was a Nifty Gateway drop, telling me what was happening and stuff. So it was super cute and fun. And I mean, since then he like worked on building his own physical gallery west of Montreal. He had a drop on Nifty Gateway, and he has some more stuff coming up, but I cannot say too much yet. Let's keep the surprise.
Euphoria's dad Alpha.
Alpha. I love it.
Dude, that's amazing. My mom can barely send a text message to me, and your dad's like curating Nifty drops. Like it's amazing. It's
There's
amazing.
like 2 levels of
So,
engagement.
My dad
What's up, Tommy?
is only 48, so.
What's happening?
Yo.
Yo,
Hi.
Tommy.
Yo, what's
Hey,
up?
Tommy.
Talking about
You
the
doing
man, the myth, the
great.
legend, Euphoria's dad.
What a guy. One of my favorite follows on Twitter.
I love
That's
it.
right.
Also, speaking of man, the myth, the legend, Tommy Wilson here on the day of his Nifty Gateway drop. That's kind of fun.
Oh,
Getting those
Ooh.
pre-drop nerves.
congrats.
Thank you. It'll be fun. I'm excited.
Coming
Oh, you
through
know
with
what?
the-
That's so funny. I went on Nifty for the first time in like a hot second earlier today, and I'm definitely was like, I like whatever this drawing is with a Kid Kim Dream. And I like put a reminder on my phone because I'm gonna like hopefully win it, even though I win no drawings. So
Oh, thank you.
Never,
Yeah.
ever.
I won't win
That
it, but I'm
means
gonna try.
Thank you. That
I
means so much. Thank you.
only win fuck render drawings. That's it. It's the only drawing.
That's
I
a
can
good
win.
one to win.
I mean,
though.
It's not
that's
bad.
good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, man.
No.
That's fine.
So real quick, pause that to just give everyone the recap. People filing in. I think we're just going to pick up momentum as we go. We have a lot of people running like 10, 15, 20 behind. Also, my co-host is in the same boat. So I think we're just going to have fun. What if Parrot gets rugged? Like, what if we hit the max amount? And I think everyone just has to, everyone holds their place. And it's like, sorry, man.
You can't have it, Parrot.
Be right back.
Oh, he's forfeiting
Unless
it to find
Alexi
Parrot.
is gone.
Yeah.
Before you wave the flag.
Yeah. He was only here
Goodbye.
for one man.
Goodbye, my lover.
Is
like
today the
expecting
actual like 1 year?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
No, go
sorry.
ahead.
Is today the
Go ahead.
1 year exactly to the day for the first?
Today is January 20th. The first ever origin story, which was Fuck Render, was released on January 19th. So officially yesterday.
Nice.
There it is. Very nice.
So pretty close.
Fresh baby.
Yeah.
We felt like let's keep the regular time. Let's not like shift it a day. Let's just call this the anniversary and rock with it.
I
For
do.
sure.
I think so.
But trying something new. Going to Twitter Spaces after this. Just like,
Crazy.
hey,
I
let's
like
see what
that.
happens. Spill it over and yeah. I think we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. Someone might show up at like 4:55. We just gonna have to roll over.
Oh, valid. Yeah.
But go back into I don't want to talk a lot. I feel like there's so many wonderful people here. I'd rather hear from you because that's what this is all about. Is like taking a look back, take a look forward, kind of wherever you want to go with it. But I would love to go around the horn and just like take yourself back to when you did the origin story and kind of frame it for then and a couple things that have happened since. And since you were so awesome and early, Blake, I feel like it should start with you. In order of appearance.
I'm trying to remember when we chatted. I know it was after like a good bit of the craziness of, spring, a couple collaborations and all that, but it feels like it was a long time ago, maybe over summer.
It was after 4 Wins.
Oh, was it that soon? Okay, not bad. But yeah, no, I mean, since then, it's just, obviously working with y'all was absolutely fantastic. Still obsessed with those 3D sculpts and how accurate you and your team were able to do at that. Dirk, right? I believe.
Yeah.
And in general, just even geeking out with you about like learning Unreal and stuff like that every once in a while. But yeah, no, life's still honestly been the same. I still keep a client balance. I still work on personal works and long-term projects, and have just been trying to maintain that. And then watching tons of friggin' films lately because it's Oscar seasons, baby. But yeah, that's really it. It's been a really humble lifestyle, and being boosted and getting COVID at NFT NYC, woohoo, and all that jazz. I'm feeling like my immunities are solid, so it's been nice to be able to leave the house and see people in real life and all too.
I always loved how sure you were, and a lot of people have different paths, right? Some people have the path where they want to be all in NFTs. Some people have the path where they want to be like mostly client work, only dabble in NFTs, or outright dismiss them. And then some people are in that balance. Another person is Lorona that comes to mind, but but you really like thrive in that, and I've always appreciated that. It was like from day one when we first spoke, at least you were like, that's me. Like I have to do that to stay balanced. All one and none the other, not my thing.
Yeah, I was client dry because I feel like in freelance, it's extremely common, like November onward, like right around Thanksgiving week onward, like almost everyone's out of their budgets for the year. You're it's pretty easy to take all of December off, which I did. I went to Art Basel, but that was more fun than work. But other than that, I was like off for the year, and I sat there. I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize how important clients are to me. I have no ideas because so many of my concepts come as like killed off sketches or brainstorms for different projects where, maybe the canvas is blank, but there's a bounding box and those like limits and edges. Whereas when someone, hands you a vast empty white room and says, do anything, for me, that's like fight or flight, and I'm a deer in a headlight. And so I think it's just really great to keep the creative juices like on a healthy charging pace.
Love that. Malavita, we did your origin story when I was away. It was one of the only origin stories ever recorded from the road.
It was like so chill. Like you were in the forest and it was like here, because I'm always here, of course. But like that was like so refreshing. It was like an escape, a getaway, Love it.
That was when I ruined my family's vacation because Artifacts was going nuts. Like remember your twin flames, right? Like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was actually, that time. Yeah. So I was like in the forest, super chill and calm place, working 16-hour days. Cool family.
It's always in those moments you're just like, okay, I can leave. It's fine. I can go on holidays. It's under control. And then you're into your holidays, and then it's like people are going nuts, and like there's the emails and fucking DMs, etc. So I really feel you on that. You are pretty strong and brave, my friend. I really admire you for the work you do as a family man.
But take us back from your perspective, like when we did the origin story, what was going through your head, and take us through since.
When was that again? Because
we're all forgetting.
My perspective on time is really, I'm really struggling with time frame in general.
It was August, so it was I
think it was in the summer.
The end of August. Yep, mid to late August.
Yeah, that was great. Like summer was pretty great actually, because it was like we had a break like throughout the summer, I think, because like market is going down, blah blah blah, and then we had everything with Artifacts. So that was really nice because that was like a breath of fresh air, quite literally, because I was as I was saying before, I was taking my Artifacts filter with me on like hikes and walks and whatever, like trying it everywhere. So that was kind of funny actually, and I felt really grateful at that moment because I needed a break. The first half of the year was really difficult, and then the second half of the year was also difficult, but like more manageable, like in terms of like mental power, I guess I can say it like that. So when like at that time in August, I felt pretty great, but like uncertain in a way, because I was like really doubting myself in the space again, or as an artist, like in my own work and vocation, I guess. But then after that, well, obviously we had the amazing opportunity to have Well, first of all, now we have the amazing opportunity to have Victor in the chat. So hi.
Yo, baby.
What's up, everybody?
So I'm just
How are
talking,
you?
just rambling.
As always,
We're talking about you, Victor.
Yeah,
as you should.
as you should.
Happy
Crazy.
birthday, Victor.
Nah, I miss you guys, dude. Honestly, it's been a while. Like, I haven't talked to a few people here in a while, dude. Especially Roger, dude. Roger, what the fuck is going on, man? We used to like talk every day. Now, what? It's like a monthly thing, dude. Fuck it, like, dude. What's happening?
Receipts.
You changed, man. You changed.
Hey.
You changed, dude. You changed, man.
Yo, yo, you had to bail on our
Actually,
last call. You had to bail on our
I know,
last call.
dude. Actually, I changed, dude. It's my fucking fault, 100%, dude. It's all on me. I know.
No. Meet in the middle. Take joint responsibility. We'll fix it
Okay,
right here,
cool,
right
cool.
now.
Cool.
Okay, awareness is key. You know, it's
Yeah,
great.
exactly. Yeah.
You're doing half of the job already, admitting that you are in trouble, but that's fine.
Basically, yeah. What were you guys talking about?
Whatever. Just rambling about how I hate my mind, but that's fine. You know, just classic
Just
shit.
like normal shit.
Yeah. No, just talking about the fact that the second part of the year was really much nicer than the first part, and especially because like we had in real life meetings, you know, like meeting people or getting COVID. I didn't, but
It's
was
really
great.
fun. Highly recommend.
That was great. I'm starting to like. It's weird because I'm starting to have like FOMO. Like everyone's having COVID, and I'm just like, okay, I don't have it. Like, do people will make me feel bad about not having it? Like, what's going on? So yeah, no, it was really weird, kind of scary, but the like NFT NYC was really amazing for that. Obviously, we all met together, so that was such an incredible moment. And I felt like it really helped me with the idea of just taking breaks. Like I was like, oh, that feeling is amazing. Like not having to work for a week is like, wow, that's something new experiences. So yeah, we're doing more vacations this year. That's the goal.
So smart. Is it working out so far? Do you feel more balanced in January?
I feel great. It's just that Christmas, I took 2 weeks off on Christmas, went to see my family and friends, so it felt really nice. Was really stressful for obviously COVID measures, but I feel like with me the problem is that whenever I take some breaks, when I go back to work, I feel absolutely flabbergasted. Like I feel horrible. I feel like I don't want to be here. I don't want to be working. Like I need discipline, right? I don't know. It's just that. So I think it's about working on the feeling of like getting on and off and getting accustomed to the fact that yeah, there's variations in terms of work rhythm. I guess there's that. Voila.
I love it. I feel like I'm kind of the same way. I go through the all in, all out, but I think that it's been a year plus of all in mostly. But yeah, directional changes are difficult. You know, changing speeds and starting to rev it up again or power down. It could take a while. Robbie, how about you, man? Take us through your mind when we did your origin story and what's happened since.
Man, I had to like Google it because I was like, I don't fucking remember either.
we need dates.
I've also been on your show like 3 times prior to this too, right? Like,
true, you've been on live streams for sure.
Yeah,
you're tied. I think you're tied with Victor. I think we have the 2 record holders right here for total times appearing on any form of origin stories.
No, dude, it sounds like Robbie's your favorite, dude. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Yo, Victor.
Cool,
Speaking of not favorites right now, what's up with Fred? Where's Fred?
Oh yeah, right.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm not friends with that guy anymore. Fucking hate that guy. Nah, dude. Honestly, like everybody's so. Dude, basically, it's the same thing. Like everybody's just busy, man. Like I feel like I don't know about you guys, but like in December, I took like the longest break because it was like the holidays and like people are not like that's active and like expecting shit, you know, to get done during the holidays. And then I feel like this is like the slowest year to like come back to work, kind of like just this week I started to like coming back to, you know, like emails and like Roger bullshit and like
Yo.
joking. But like yeah, like just working and like doing like getting back into the flow because like last year was such a fucking grind that this is like the week that everybody is like again. I mean, everybody that I talk to is like back into it and like super fucking busy again because like everybody kind of like took the same break during the holidays. So I feel like everybody's on the same vibe, just like back to grind mode again.
I mean, basically last year, according to like NFT time, last year was basically 10 years. It wasn't actually 1 year, right? So like we all did a lot of stuff, and like you can take a break. Like bandwidth is finite, right? You gotta take those moments. For me, I hadn't been home to my home state to see my family for like almost 2 years exactly because of COVID. So I was like, I'm just gonna unplug and just chill. But even then, that's when, what was it? I think like OpenSea dropped a token or something. I can't remember, but I was like, there's still stuff happening. It just never stops. But like, I'm not going to look at any of this. I'm just going to unplug. And then when I came back, it was like the longest list of emails. And I was like, all right, let's go. All right, here we go.
Dude, there's always something going on. It's actually kind of fucking annoying, dude. Like right now, I'm not, dude, it's honestly, because like, right now I'm not home and I'm like out of the city for like a few days, and literally just this morning it was like, oh, like Twitter rolled the like the profile whatever, like the verification NFT thing, and I was like, cool, I don't have any of my ledgers, anything on me, like sick. I'll catch up in like 2 weeks, and then I feel like if you take like a break or a vacation, or if you get sick or like something like that, you come back and it's like, what the fuck happened, dude? Like, yeah.
Everyone's profile pictures are different, like each day. You're just like, I don't know.
Yeah, like nobody's on Twitter anymore. Everybody's like Snapchatting about NFTs or some shit. Like, it's great.
What?
Vines made a comeback or something.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Like MySpace, it's like
wait, what?
Again. You're like, what?
Isn't it so true though that I still feel like so many people at times, maybe not all the time, but at times, get still trapped. Maybe I'm just talking about myself, but get still trapped in that philosophy of like, I need to keep up with everything. And that ship is so sailed. Like that ship is sailed months ago. Like months ago that became downright impossible. So now to like try to keep up with everything, I feel like is a fruitless task. And then I'm still trying to, and then I'll see something that I missed, and that's frustrating, right? And so just it's this weird like long-term understanding that that's not realistic. It's okay. You see something that you missed, no problem. Move it along. But I'm definitely not there yet. I feel like a lot of people have mentioned to me that they're in the same boat.
I feel like I've like reversed like Plato's allegory of the cave, where instead of being out of the cave, I've like gone back into the cave. And it's been very peaceful, and I highly recommend everyone checks in every once in a while. It's a vibe. But I miss everything now, and I'm super cool with it because I'm also notorious. I mute everything on Twitter. So all I want to do is see art, support cool artists, and if I miss a token, whatever. It wasn't mine to begin with.
You know what the thing is that I noticed is like now like Twitter is so fucking crazy right now because like even like again like remembering a year from now, like literally like the same people in the same room like talking about like art and NFTs and all these things that are like super like mainstream now and not blowing up. And I feel like in a way it's like blowing up in some ways like in an unhealthy way because like you see like Instagram Reels or like TikTok and it's like make a fucking million in 20 minutes. It's like shut up, dude. Like, and I feel like Twitter is so blown up to a point that like it's impossible to keep up with everything, but it's also like full of like people that are in it that not necessarily like you, like they don't follow you because you're their favorite artist or because they're interested in your practice. They just wanna like they just heard it's like, oh shit, like Roger did this project and it made people money. Fuck yeah, I'll get in. But I don't care about this, And there's a lot of that kind of stuff, like a bunch of like PFP projects, a bunch of like not saying shit about her, but like things like the Irene DAO thing, whatever they were. There's just so much shit like all around, like the world NFTs that it's impossible to keep up, and it's like there's no need to keep up because like that's not your like no. I'm not interested into bringing people to me that are like flipping my shit just because to make money or because they heard that like I did this, so I'll probably make them good money. I don't give a fuck about that. So I feel like trying to keep up with Twitter and trying to keep up with like what's happening at all times, one is impossible, and two is just it's not worth it, dude. Because like why would you want those people to like get your shit, and then the second that I don't know, like some Discord said that you're not worth it, they just drop all your shit for less the price. You know what I mean? It's like it's just useless, dude.
Yeah, I think someone kind of touched on it a few weeks ago. It was a certain big artist who we've actually mentioned a couple times here now, who mentioned a problem with art being conflated with utility. And I mean, it's true. Like, when do we get back just to like the good shit? Which every one of us here, we're artists, right? Like, that's like the two things that I get chilled by Facebook when I do occasionally check in. Is funny enough, Nifty Gateway will show me Blake's art, which is hilarious. Like, and then the other one is there's literally like PFP generators now. Like, it's like make your own PFP project, and it's like holy shit. I think we've gotten away from the point of like all of this entirely.
Did you guys see there was like a tweet, sorry, real quick interruption because it's funny, that someone yesterday was posting like a remix to Doodles that's going to be a new PFP thing, and they left the Fiverr logo.
Yeah, with the Fiverr trademark. What the fuck?
That's awesome.
Okay, interruption over, but it's hilarious.
This is bad.
No, but like, how do we just get back to the good stuff, you guys? Like,
well, but dude, like, that's the thing is like you don't want those people to buy your shit. So like, in a way, it's like I just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want anybody who buy that fucking Fiverr trademark. Like, anybody who bought that NFT, please don't buy my shit. Like, I don't want you buying my stuff just because, you know what I mean? Like, just don't come. Like,
I'm sending them all your way, Victor. All of them. I'm like, this is the guy. Go pump Victor.
Well,
because I'm gonna create a Fiverr and just like pretend to be you now.
Honestly, dude. Honestly, I like every piece that I do from my own. I'm just gonna watermark Fiverr on top of everything that I do from. Like,
I mean, you do know, by the way, that right here, I think we just created the next like big idea. Because if an artist like Victor of your caliber, or for that matter, anybody right here, did a joke release that they created amazing art, like real amazing art, and then watermarked Fiverr on it. Do you know how it'd be called the Fiverr release? Like, do you know how crazy that would be? That would go to them. Someone do it, please.
No, dude, I want
Artifacts
like,
is next wave.
Nah, dude,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Like, at least, like, I don't know, like, to me that's like, you know, like the people who are like making art. I mean, I sound so bitter, just like shitting on everything. Like, you know, the people who are like making art and like meme shit that is like, oh, like this funny thing happened this week, I'm gonna make a piece about it. Fuck, what? Like, yeah, no, there's no way.
What I'm hearing is y'all just need to fart in some jars and you're Gucci. That's what I'm hearing.
Yo, that was crazy. I didn't know about it until like 3 days ago. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, we gotta talk to the guy with the baseball bat, because we need Tommy Wilson's feedback on this, because Tommy, you've been swinging in the streets recently.
Before you guys dive deep into that kind of stuff, I just wanted to say, bikes, I have to run real quick, but I just wanted to like dip in, talk shit about a few things, and then
to hop on.
You just wanted to shit on some stuff.
Mic drop.
Get the fuck out.
I just needed to vent with friends. Can I do that?
Okay, get out the door.
You're just gonna walk into a room, throw some grenades, and walk out. All right.
No, I love all of you, and I miss all of you, and I can't wait to see all your pieces with the Fiverr logo stamped on it too.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I actually think your origin story number 5, which is hysterical to me right now with the Fiverr thing. Let me just confirm that.
Dude, no way.
It's all coming
origin
together.
Story Fiverr.
Stars are aligned, bro.
Oh my god, dude! You see, this is why I don't come to the show anymore, dude.
Everything connected, my friend. Everything connected.
No, it is, dude. No, dude. Honestly, I love you all, man. I love you all, and I miss you all, and I want to see what everybody here does this year.
Let's go.
Thank
boys.
you.
I love you. Bye.
Bye. Take care, boo.
Bye.
Tommy, the baseball bat's yours, my friend.
Oh.
What do we got?
I mean, I feel like I don't know, any topic recent. Oh, you can go to your origin story. Or any topic that you've been fired up about lately, because I just feel like I'm seeing it daily from you, and I love it. I told you I'm here for it.
Dude, yeah, honestly, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it real, you know? Like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, push my opinions on people, but, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm feeling something, like, I'm going to just tweet it now for some reason. I'm just in this, like, wave where, like, I think the hexagon PFP thing is, like, super whack. So, like, I'm going to tweet that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not to say like a ton of people think it's super cool, and yeah, I think it's cool, but like to pay for it, like what? Like I don't know. It's just a principle thing for me. Like obviously $3, not very much, but like I don't know, just the principle behind it. Like I don't know. I got stoked. I pulled up the notification. I was like, oh cool, like Twitter, PFP verification. Got all stoked, and then I was like, Twitter Blue, like I gotta pay for this? Like, come on, that seems super Web 2 to me. So I wasn't into that. So I just, I'm just firing away on Twitter nowadays, just because why not? So yeah.
And you blocked the bots, man. That was my favorite one of all.
Dude, yeah.
You said for the culture, and I was like, what? And I was reading through what you. That is so gold, because I have been noticing that all over. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, like the random blue check bots that just like everything. And it's like, who are you? What is going on right now?
Yeah, dude. And they're just like spamming tweets where it's like, oh, retweet this. I'm giving everybody who retweets this $50 or whatever. And I'm like, this is the dumbest account that I've ever seen. So like, and how do they get verified? Like, I don't know. I'm lost.
They got the in, man. They had the hack. I got one who followed me the other day at 1 million followers. I was like, oh, who's this that has 1 million followers? And I looked into it. I'm like, this is a bot that was created relatively recently. They just hacked the system. Flooded the engagement. Yep.
Yeah, dude. Twitter's a crazy place, man. So you gotta watch out.
Yep. So, dude, take it back to your origin story. Well, and then walk it forward again, man. You have been with this for a long time. Dart tournaments, full out origin story. Been doing the thing. You won the Origin Stories Dart tournament.
I did. Yes, that was a highlight for sure. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. So I looked it up, and it was like March or something of 2021. And yeah, I think that was like when I first, like I had been like learning 3D for like a few months up until that point, but that was when I really started like actually like putting stuff out there or whatever, like on Twitter and minting stuff. Yeah, dude, it's been like crazy ride since then. And that was like during season 2, I believe, or during spring training. And that was kind of when I was starting to figure out how to like balance baseball and NFTs, which turned out to be like impossible. So yeah, so much has gone down since then, but like now to think back of like where I was then to now, like I'm super, super stoked, like looking at my art, like my progress, you know what I mean? Like I'm still nowhere near where I want to be, but like I look back at those pieces and I'm like, geez, like I was so like, it was the early stages of me learning, 3D and whatnot. But I guess it's cool that like I kind of minted my journey along the way. You know what I mean? Like at that time in March, that was like the best thing I could possibly do, like with the skills that I had. So it's been crazy. It's been fun. And yeah, it's been a good year.
I love watching that process. You've let us all in. It's happened in real time. And if we've learned anything from you winning that dart tournament literally overnight because you just would not stop playing and mastering it, I just feel like another year from now, it's going to be holy shit for Tommy Wilson.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think like, I'm a super competitive person, like as you know, and just in being in sports and whatnot. So I'm super competitive with myself, like with my art and stuff. And like, I don't know, I just want people to like I'm not trying to be an inspiration, but like I want people to see that like if you want something, like just go get it. You know what I mean? Like I was seeing like all the sick 3D art out there, like, and I was like, why? Like I want to do that. You know what I mean? So like I'm just gonna go get it, and like I'm gonna put my head down and I'm gonna put in the work. And like, yeah, it's gonna suck for a while. My art's gonna be pretty brutal, but like, why not figure it out? So like, I don't know. I just want people to know, like, if you want something, like just put your head down, like put in the work, you know what I mean? And like, you can do it. So I don't want to get like cheesy and motivational, but like, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
I love it, man. I love it. We need Matt Caesar in here. We need Matt Caesar.
Yeah, dude. That's my guy. Yeah.
Shout out to Matt. Also part of the Origin Stories family. Alexi, man, I feel like we've kept you off mic for long enough. Make the grand entrance.
What up? Yeah, well, to go back to my origin stories, I believe it was like in mid-February that we chat together. That was a pretty unique time because it was, I think, right before my 5 Fears drop on Nifty Gateway. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of like pretty big moment for me. And I remember like we were chatting, and like the day we had our conversation, I went to buy a new drawing machine or something like that. And it was like a reality check because so much stuff was happening, and I still had to do like all that stuff because I'm living with roommates, and I still am actually. But yeah, that was a pretty special moment in time because it was like the tension was building up. It was a pretty crazy period of time also for the NFTs. You know, like I remember the auction for Beeple's massive NFT was about to begin the day of my drop, and Blake also had her massive drop like a few days before. So pretty much like madness all around. And so I don't know, when we had our chat, it was just so fun. I remember the questions were like all so great, and it was just like a good time. I think our conversation was close to 2 hours, and it didn't feel like it. But yeah, I just love that moment. Always will remember it. And since then, like after the drop, I kind of took some time for myself because I felt kind of like exhausted after it somehow. And I just took the whole year pretty much to work on my own stuff. And I didn't take much client work. I didn't do anything really. I just worked on my own series that I released at the end of December, Era. So it was like my second drop of the year on Nifty. And it was kind of fun to like be able to get this opportunity to just say fuck off to everything and just work on whatever you want, you know? So yeah, that was super interesting. Very big process, you know, like it's like Blake said earlier, when you have like all in front of you, no like deadlines or no clients, no directions to follow, it's kind of like hard to just dive in and do something, you know, and decide on what you want to do. So that was a pretty big challenge for me, but I'm glad that I did it. So that was my year pretty much.
It was a good year. And you work with also so much detail went into that last release of yours. So much detail. I'm doing some work with the great Justin Wetch as well. And
yeah,
just like so many cool things came together for that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Justin is the best. He's so nice, so patient. He's also very professional and super good at what he does. Like I came up with my gallery idea like less than 2 weeks before my drop, and he managed to like do it in like a week only, and it was so perfect. Like, yeah, such a nice guy. Shout out to him.
Shout out. Future origin story for sure.
I gotta run, but this has been super fun, and thank you all for having me. And congrats, RD, on 1 year origin stories. So awesome.
Thanks, man. Congrats to all of us. This is like it's like an origin. I want to find fun ways in the future to like so many fabulous people have been on. I want to find fun ways to honor that and check in for some brief milestones. I don't know. There's many twists and turns coming to the origin story journey. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. And Tommy, thanks for spending time with us on your drop day. So
totally.
Yeah, good luck.
Yo, all the best, man. I'm gonna try my luck.
Kill it. Same.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. That means so much. Thank you. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
See you, Tom.
Happy drop day.
Happy drop day.
One of us, between all 5 of us, one of us could maybe win a drawing. Maybe.
There's no
way. I hope so.
So remember when we used to win things like at the beginning of last year? Like we were like, oh my God, I won this and that and all of that. And then now we don't win anymore.
I don't remember that. I just never won anything.
Yeah.
I do remember.
There has to be a loser.
Wait.
Just after the.
That's true. I feel like wait. How about this? I'm sure we can all remember this. Well, at least I can. The anxiety of the drop day, where you're like, is this gonna?
Oh yeah.
Like you're basically shitting your pants, like leading up to it, and then when it happens, you're also shitting your pants, basically.
Multiple times.
Yeah, it's a lot of I need new pants, basically, for drop.
I need new pants.
Yeah,
you're like, will I make enough money to buy pants after?
Yeah, the money we gain from NFTs just for pants, basically.
I still remember I had a collaborative drop, and I remember my collaborator, was like, you need to chill out. Like you're going overboard with this. And I was just like, it's everything. And it's just like, and in hindsight, I'm like, wow, you really did like you take it down a notch. Like, and the second one was like light years away from that. But initially, because of, you know, I don't know, maybe you build it up to be this thing in your head. Because when I had my Nifty drop, the first one, it was when Nifty was like one of like the most coveted. It was like if you got your Nifty drop, it was like, oh man, like your life is gonna change, guaranteed. You know, air quotes, and it did in a lot of ways. But like white hot market. It, you know, well, I think March was a little bit hotter, but this was like when it was starting to like taper off towards the end, but it was still popping. And like, I think you just build those things up in your head a bit. At least I do. And I just remember there being like a lot of build up to it, and it went very well. But before it went, it was like, like, whew.
Oh man, I get you so much.
Yeah,
When I did my second one, like everyone was like smashing it. And then like it built up so many expectations for me, and then like mine was later, so the market was down, and then like I totally failed mine, and then it was like absolutely destroyed. Like I felt like my worth as an artist was defined by that, and then I was like, bro, that's just like it's just a drop. Like
it's like it's not why you're creating.
Yeah. I've been doing this for 6 years, and the fact that if it doesn't succeed, no one's gonna care.
This is a trap that like a lot of artists and creatives fall into, and it's one that I've fallen into, and then I've gotten out of it and advised other people not to, and then I, with the drop stuff, fell right back into it. Maybe because it was a new thing, but I'm talking, if we pull it back, I'm talking about just as an artist, you know. You put your work out there, and a lot of artists define their value like of themselves through their art and like how it's perceived. So if something doesn't kill it, you know, the algorithm for whatever reason doesn't pick up on it. Even if it's amazing, you know, it doesn't get the likes that you think it needs. Suddenly it's not successful. And it's like, then you're not successful. And it's like, no, this is all a complete falsehood built up in your head. Like this, and you're missing the point entirely. Like, should it really matter what people think? Are you happy with it? Because that's why you're doing it, right? In the end, but we lose ourselves in all of these things. And I think like NFTs for artists specifically, and this whole drop thing was like another, it was a whole new undiscovered thing. And it, for a lot of us, we kind of fell back into that a little bit, I think.
But I imagine that it's also these kind of the same feeling that's going on for people like, for example, perhaps Roger, who, you know, initiate a project and have like a lot of, not like expectations, but obviously you put so much effort and just time in everything that you do. And then you see also other projects succeed, and you have like expectations of like how it should turn out, and then it's much more slower than that. And you know, like for example, Roger always told us like with Artifacts that it was going to be like on a long run, etc. Like he was fully aware of that, and I feel like that put me into such a much better headspace, like regarding the Artifacts project. Like I knew that it wasn't going to be like a selling out type of thing, even if it was very successful, and I'm so happy for that. But when you set people for things and you expect them to think that what's happening is the norm, then that's when things get complicated, because it really puts you in such a mindset that if things don't go the way people told you it's going to be, then you are not going to be a part of the group and part of the cool kids anymore. And then you're just like, and then it's just a downward road you're taking for yourself. So I don't know. Maybe Roger can just elaborate on that, like on his point of view of that. But
for sure. I mean, the first thing I'll say is that I feel like no one is truly built for parabolic runs, both up and down, you know, like up and down all around. You know, there are people who have seen it before, seen it maybe a couple times before, and they're in a much better position to stay like fairly logical about it. Like I consider myself one of the more long-term thinkers in the space, one of the more level-headed thinkers in the space, and still it gets tough. Still there are those times. It's very easy in low moments to doubt yourself, doubt your thought process, you know, doubt avoiding some of the engagement tactics that are used out there. But, you know, you kind of stand, then on the highs, it's the opposite. It's easy to lose yourself there, to think like, what I'm doing is better than it is, right? It's easy to get like caught up in like that ego side of things. So I guess the first thing is, at the end of the day, no one's truly built for it. Everyone's going to have, minor to major swings with this. So it's very, very difficult. And I guess, Malavita, I love that you go back to that. And I'm glad that you remember like having those kinds of conversations, because it is a belief that I have. And it's like pumps, especially certain projects that you see pumped. And occasionally you do see like artists picked up and pumped, either like by their own volition or just by chance, that like those trading communities come in there and they see, the number of editions that they like, or certain attributes of the art that they like. And then it's just like, boom, here we go. One project I've been thinking a lot about lately is like, I don't have any right now, by the way. So this is truly like an objective thought process, but Cryptodes, right? Cryptodes, respected artist in Gremplin, part of, a percentage of the Nowlands art as well. So there's definitely like a legacy there behind Gremplin. When you look at the Cryptodes project, though, you see this wild swing where they were part of a major pump, right? Major pump. And for a minute, the floor of Cryptodes was over 15 ETH. And now the floor of Cryptodes is 2.75 ETH. So like, how do you rationalize that?
Oh my God.
It's impossible, because we're still figuring out what art is, what is an NFT worth? Like what is good art worth? It's worth a lot, but how much? It could be 3 times what you think. It could be 1/3 what you think, but it's worth a lot. But again, what does that even mean, and how do we rationalize that? So I see a lot of people saying like Cryptodes are undervalued right now. Well, like against what? Like, are we comparing it to where they were? Are we comparing it to CryptoPunks? Are we comparing it to Bored Ape? Like, I feel like our frames of comparison are still like so speculative right now. And so anyway, back to the original point, I think just periodically taking a step back, breathing, and saying, this is not normal. We're in a revolution. We're in this crazy, rollicking, like a mass adoption phase. We're not even to mass adoption yet, but we're in this phase of just like ripping adoption. We were in super early, and it's just nuts.
I think one of the smartest things you did too was in the branding of that. You called it a project and not a product, right? It's very much an organic, like fluid thing that is evolving and growing and changing. And people really don't understand the difference sometimes between a project versus a product, right? Like it's not finished essentially. It's like a book that's being written right now in real time, right? So I think that's like a really good way of packaging that up, because like you could have just worded it differently and it could have been perceived as something entirely different, but I've always thought of it as a project. So yeah, it's still a story that's being written.
And what's also crazy to think about is like you look at some brands that released right in the heat of it, right? Like the white hot tip of March-ish, right? Or a recent surge that we had. You wonder how it plays out, right? Because I think that you do see some folks like outright attacking the editions that were released then, because they were like, so many people bought them, right? When Nifty was kind of like really pushing the throttle. And you see some artists like actively attacking those editions and saying like, that wasn't normal. Need to find a way to rein that back in so that I have like that long term. I think, yeah.
I got a burn mechanic coming because I
talk about that
definitely
talk about it.
I got people were pretty nice, honestly, but it was a thing where I released the same day as Justin Mahler and Mad Dog Jones, so it was the 3 of us, and we are all very extroverted creatures, and so we were just discording, we were talking to folks, and like all 3 of us even had our little private thing where we would like stress out together on it because it was all COVID and we couldn't hang out in real life, because at the time Justin and I lived like 5 minutes away from each other in a car, and we were like, no vaccines. But then after the drop, because I only did 1 open, and I remember in December when I had my first one, which was really small and it's kind of its own little like mini thing, because I was figuring out the waters, I was like, oh, like opens just feel tacky. And then I ate my own words and I did a single open in my February one. And fast forward to summer when everyone was kind of angsty and collectors had maybe some regrets and things like that. I got, out of all of my artworks that I've released, the only criticism that I've received non-collaboratively was on Eternal Flame, because they were like, it's worth nothing. There's 300 of them. Like, can you fix it? And I was like, usually I would say if it was a limited thing, no, this is like, there's one piece, there's 5 pieces. It's like, no, that's scarce and I love it. And in this one, I was like, nah, feedback received. You're totally right. And I'm like working on a way to hopefully get it down. Honestly, I'd love to get it down to 50, but we'll see if we can.
Yeah.
But just to make it more scarce, because I love the work, but it was a moment where I was just like, well, everyone's doing opens. I guess I'll do one. Because I think everyone on my drop week, I think every single artist had opens because it was a trend. And now I'm like, no more will I follow trends. I'm going to follow my instinct. My instinct is scarcity and making sure that there is value because it's not quantitative, it's qualitative. So, luckily in this space, we can do that. We can kind of have an undo by just using technological advanced features, and developers aid in ways to gamify it. But it's like, it is a cleanup mess. So right now I'm in like maid duty, cleaning up the mess.
I think like kudos to you for like creatively thinking about it. And, there are really 3 ways to do it when that happens, right? Like, one is you kind of, you give yourself up to it, and then it becomes like a PFP project. Not that, but it becomes the same thought process where like, I have to constantly support this and lean into it because there are so many people in there, and there are a lot of people within that have many editions because that's how they roll. And it's like supporting that is very, very heavy. And I always think back to there's That's Nifty holiday party where, Kid 8 shared some very honest stuff about the challenges of supporting that large of a community and managing their expectations, and really giving a shit on his end about how they felt. And that gets extremely heavy. So there's like the lean in model, which is like, I'm giving myself over to this and gonna, carry the sort of the Atlas, the world on your shoulders and walk it forward. Or there are sort of those creative, all right, I don't want to do that, but I don't want to kind of like give this thing up either. Like, let me come up with those creative ways to whittle it down, or to Mad Dog has an interesting one where he's like kind of bucketing them out into unique, unique artwork bucket after unique artwork bucket, kind of breaking up that larger edition count. I think that's really interesting too. And then the third, the unfortunate thing is, and then the last path is I think there will be like there can be very serious burnout reach where it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to manage that. Like, and that's kind of it, and that's a shame. That's like that's the sad case. And, don't want to see that happen to anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's good. Like, as artists, most of us don't view ourselves as like community leaders or this or that. Like, maybe you have your micro communities, but that's not your full-time job. Your full-time job is creating artwork and, feeding your soul and sharing it with others, whether it's for free, right-click save, LOL, or if it's to be sold and admired by someone who has a more deep connection with the piece. And so like, it was a Kid 8, we had talked about it at Art Basel too. And he was like, I'm having to navigate that balance within myself right now. But he was like, but I miss just like the art side. And then it's like, I know myself, and it's like, no, even for my commercial works, I have an agent. I do terrible at anything business related. Like, I got a finance team, all that jazz. I outsource all the things that when it comes to that. And so it's like, no, I'm going to take this feedback and I'm going to do what I do best, which is get creative with it and have fun and make sure that folks also don't feel that I'm ignoring them, because there is a connection. Like, when I say it's like a patron artist connection, I really feel that way. And I'm not going to give a middle finger to a patron. I'm going to try to make them satisfied and happy.
I love that. I think it's great perspective. What if we can right now? I don't know if anyone's planning on, no pressure. That's what I've said to everyone all day long. But like, I'm gonna carry this thing over to Spaces. We got to kick the Spaces off. If you do want to pop in, I'll get you right on stage, and we can just kind of like, this never happened, unbroken conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Time to read.
I'm gonna have to walk off.
Cool.
I'm hoping off
because in about 5 minutes.
Perfect.
Okay. I'll see you around, friends. Hopefully next time.
This never happened.
Never.
That's very mystical. Okay. Love
and
you, everyone.
Shout to the community. Mark Luna says thanks for the Fiverr idea, by the way. Maybe just go, fly.
It's all yours.
We love it. Watch
Yeah.
says
Oh,
good
God.
vibes. What's going on? Polar Nights. It's great. We love it. All right.
Woo.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye.
See you on Spaces.
Bye.
Yes.